What's up guys? In today's video we're going to be talking about market structure, right? This is very important and crucial for you to trade the financial market. I'll be breaking and simplifying market structure in a way that you can understand better, right? I am ASO Forex, the liquidity king, and the AUD is the sniper trader. This is where I document my trading journey and educate traders. So you want to smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on the post notification to get trading educational content on my channel. So guys, without further ado, let's get to it. Welcome guys to the slide. I'm excited to have you all here, right? So for the content, we're going to be talking about what is market structure, the type of market structure we have, how to identify market structure, and a simple market structure strategy. So let's get on to what market structure is, right? Now, market structure simply means the way price move on the chart, right? So think of it as the market roadmap that shows whether buyers or sellers are in control, right? And for the type of market structure in the forex market, we have three types of market structure, right? So we have the trending market, we have the ranging market, we have the choppy market, right? Take note of that, guys. Now guys, we're going to be dissecting the different markets and how you as a trader can understand and trade them better, right? Now for the trending market in forex, when market is trending, it means either buyers or sellers are pushing price in a particular direction, right? So the example would be if buyers are stronger than sellers in the market, price often trades up or goes up, right? This is a diagram illustration that shows how it is when market is trading up, right? So we see it push on a wave like this to the upside, right? So this is called an uptrend, and you can also call it a bullish market, right? Pretty interesting name, bullish market. You can tell your friends that you learned a term called a bullish market today, right? Which is an uptrend. So when the market is trading up, you see it moves often in this wave to the upward side, right? Which is amazing and easy to identify on the chart, right? Now the same is applicable to a selling market, right? If sellers are stronger than buyers in the market, price often goes down, right? So, and this is the diagram that shows a downtrending market, right? As you can see, the market is trading towards the downward side, right? You can see this is how the waves looks like when the market is trading towards the downward side, right? And this market is often also called the bearish market, right? So take note of that, right? A cool name, bearish market. So if you don't want to call it a downtrend, you can see the market is bearish, right? Which implies that it is trading towards the downward side. Pretty much cool and easy to identify, right? Now you need to understand that for market to trade either to the upward or the downward side is how it moves, right? Which brings us to the concept of impulsive and correction in the market. Now in a trending market, price creates an impulsive and correction move to keep the circle of a trending market, right? The example would be just like this, and this is for a bullish scenario, right? Now you can see that the market pushed towards the upside and traded towards the downside, right? Now you need to understand this, right? The upward move for a bullish market is the most long move of an uptrend, right? And the down move is usually shorter than the up move, right? And this is where impulsive and correction comes in, right? Now remember, move to the upward side, this will be your impulsive move, right? And the move towards the downside would be your correction move, right? Take note of this. For an uptrend, the move towards the upside would be your impulsive move, while the move towards the downside would be your correction move, right? So let's move on. Now for the bearish scenario, the move towards the downside would usually be longer than the move towards the upside, right? Just as shown on the slide, right? Now note that the move towards the downside for a bearish scenario is considered to be the impulsive move, which is this move right here, right? The one with the red line on it, right? And the move towards the upside, which is this move with the green line, right, is considered to be your correction move, right? So take note of these, guys. It is easy to identify, and you would know this even more better as we move along, right? So guys, now let's talk about the circle of an uptrend or a downtrend, right? Now you need to understand, when the market is in an uptrend, what happens, it creates higher highs and higher lows, right? And when the market is in a downtrend, it creates lower highs and lower lows. Now for an uptrend, what you want to be seeing is that you want to be seeing the market to be breaking the previous high it created, right? Previous high it created, market will always break the previous high it created while creating new higher lows, right? In the market, the lows will be higher than the previous low, while market will be breaking the previous high. And as you can see, this is an impulsive move, this is a correctional move, this is an impulsive move, this is a correctional move, and the circle keep continue, an impulsive and a correction. Pretty easy to identify, right? Now for the downtrend, it is the same thing, right? So for the downtrend, what we want to see is price to be breaking the previous low it created, right? We want to see price taking out the previous low while creating a lower high, right? The highs will be lower than the previous high, right? That is the way downtrend usually moves, right? And we have the impulsive, we have the correction, we have the impulsive, we have the correction, we have the impulsive, and we have the correction. Definitely the market will create another impulsive move. So guys, remember, for an uptrend, we want to see price breaking previous high, right? Just as it's shown on the chart, right? We want to see it break previous high and create higher lows, right? So this is the circle for an uptrend, right? So the price creates higher highs and creates higher low. And remember, we have the impulsive, which is the move to the upward side, and the correction, which is the move to the downward side, and impulsive, which is the move to the upside, correction, move to the downside, and impulsive, the move to the upside, and correction, the move to the downside, and the circle keep continuing, right? So remember, for an uptrend, we want to focus on the impulsive move and avoid the correctional move, right? And remember, an uptrend creates higher highs and higher lows, right? So as is shown in the chart, whenever you see the market just like this on the chart, it means that the market is in an uptrend, right? Now let's move on to the downtrend, right? Now for the downtrend, remember, we want to see price create lower highs and lower lows, right? So we want to see price break the lows, right, towards the downside. We want to see price taking out the previous low it created, just like this, right, while creating a lower high, right? So just like this high is lower than this high, that high is lower than this high, and the circle keep continuing, right? And remember, the impulsive move is the move towards the downside, the correctional move is the move towards the upside, the impulsive move is the move towards the downside, the correctional towards the upside, and the circle keep continuing, right? And remember, for a downtrend, you want to catch the impulsive move, right, which is the move towards the downside, right? Now you now understand the different trending markets we have, which is an uptrend, a downtrend. We also have channel, but that is advanced, right? So we want to keep this simple, and in subsequent video we'll talk about that, right? And we also have the impulsive and the correction. And as a trader, you want to be focusing on the impulsive move for a trending market. Now let's move on to other market structure. Now we have the ranging market. Now the ranging market is an equilibrium between buyers and sellers, making price trade at a particular level in the market, right? Now note this, guys, the ranging market can also be called a sideways market, right? And this is a chart example of a ranging market, right? As you can see, price is bouncing off a particular zone, right, on the chart, right? And understand that sellers are pushing price at this zone towards the downward side, and buyers are pushing price up at this particular zone, right? So we want to be selling at the particular highs that sellers are pushing price down, and buying at the particular low or zone that buyers are pushing price up, right? Consider a ranging market or a sideways market to be more or less in a box, right? A box where the market is just bouncing off on a particular zone. As you can see, we have a chart example right here where price is bouncing off this zone, right, selling off that zone and bouncing off to the upward side at this zone. Now what this simply means is that at this price, sellers are happy to sell off this market, right? And at this zone, buyers are happy to buy off this market, right? So you want to be trading off the resistance or the support zone for a ranging market, right, which is easy to identify on the chart Now let's move on to choppy market. Now a choppy market in forex is a trading environment where price move erratical way without establishing a clear upward downward trend or ranging market, right? So guys, now for the example, as you can see, this box right here shows how a choppy market represents, right? Now for choppy market, you can see that it doesn't have any clear direction of going towards the upside, right, or towards the downside, or even being in a range, right? Remember, a range is a point that you can see that the market is bouncing off a particular level, right? Now this is just moving, just like this, right, without any clear direction, right? And this market is a no trading market, right? So you don't want to be engaged in such market, because trust me, the volatility is not really there in the market, and the market might just often play around, right? So you now understand the different markets we have. So let's recap. We have the trending market, we have the ranging market, and we have the choppy market, right? And in subsequent video, you get to know how to use market structure and other confluences to make trading decisions in the market. And if you found value from this video, give me a like, subscribe, turn on the post notification to get notified whenever I drop trading related content like this. And down in the description, you'll see the link to join my Telegram community, where I share market insights and also trading knowledge that can help you trade the financial market even better. There also you'll see the broker I trade with, and I recommend my community trading with them. Connect with me on all social media. The link is same in the description box, and I'll see you in the next video. For now, I'm out.